aka Geeks.
Hey everybody, welcome to AKA Geeks. This is real news. I'm your host, Sean. Let's get right into it, you guys. Alright guys, so let's move on to something that happened last week, which I mentioned is D23. D23 happened. Now, a lot of information that came out from D23, the video, the trailers, things of that nature, I don't have links for any of that. I'm hoping that some of that stuff will be replayed again this weekend at San Diego Comic-Con. Just as a quick roundup to what happened there, stuff that caught my attention was that Jon Favreau and Disney showed off the Lion King, the live action Lion King. They showed off a video. It's a pretty much recreation of the opening scene from the animated film, and I hear it's amazing and it looks great. So there was that. Then you also have Ralph Breaks the Internet, Wreck-It Ralph 2. In this one, it was announced, and I think they even showed something of the nature of what they were talking about is that all the Disney princesses, and when I say all the Disney princesses, I mean all the legitimate ones that have been crowned as Disney princesses, are going to be in the film Wreck-It Ralph. Ralph Breaks the Internet, Wreck-It Ralph 2. I hate that title. It's a stupid title. Stupid title. But all the Disney princesses are going to be in the film, which is amazing. Also, you had Star Wars panel. A lot of stuff coming on with Star Wars. You also had a behind-the-scenes featurette from The Last Jedi, and it was really heartfelt and touching, I think. To be honest with you, I am a Star Wars fan. I'm not a gigantic Star Wars fan. I will be the first to tell you that I'm not a big, huge, die-hard Star Wars fan. I like it a lot. And so watching this, and it got me emotional because you see Carrie Fisher in there. And I was like, holy cow, why am I feeling like this? I'm not one to normally feel that way when it's not something that, it's not Robin Williams when he passed, you know? So things like this, it was really heartfelt and actually pulled on my heartstrings and really touched me. So they showed that. I will put a link for that one down below. And last but not least, the big thing that happened at D23 is they had an Avengers panel. And they had a bunch of people there: Robert Downey Jr., Tom Holland, Chris Hemsworth, Mark Ruffalo, etc. They actually showed a trailer or footage. I'm hearing it called a trailer, but the way that they describe it, it sounds more like footage from Avengers Infinity War. With what's been said about this footage, I am blown away. At the same time, I am wondering, where is it going to go? In this, you have Thor flying through space, hits the Milano. I'm assuming it's the Milano, the Guardians of the Galaxy ship. They let him in. He talks to them. They go to another scene where then you have a bunch of the Avengers and heroes from the Marvel Cinematic Universe fighting, and you have Thanos who throws a moon at the Avengers. This is where it gets me wondering a lot of different things. Is this Thanos throwing a moon at them with all the power of the Infinity the Infinity Gauntlets with all the stones, or is this just Thanos throwing a freaking moon? And then I want to know is how big is the moon that he's throwing? Because if we're getting to this point where he's throwing a moon and it's the size of Earth's moon, how do the Avengers avoid that? I don't think they can. Does the Hulk jump from whatever stationary platform he's at? Does he jump and break right through the moon? I don't know if that can happen because based on where we're at with the Hulk, with his strength, I don't think that can happen. So what's the size of the moon? What kind of moon? Is it actually a moon, or is it like space rocks? And is it with the power of the Infinity Gauntlet with all the gems? That's what I want to know. Because this, just reading this has my mind going left, right, and center, and I want to know what it is, because I worry, I really do worry if it's without the power of the gauntlet. And if it is actually the size of our moon, our Earth's moon, that really worries me, because then we're getting to the point of one little, snap of the finger and Earth is destroyed, or just essentially, if that was our moon and that's our moon now crashing into whatever. If he threw it from where the moon is at now, we dodge it. The Avengers dodge it now, goes and hits Earth. Earth's done. So I want to know more about this and what's going to happen with that moon that's tossed at the Avengers. But everybody was going crazy for it. Also, there's more stuff going on now with Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con. So hopefully we get some more news regarding that this weekend. DC also announced some news this week regarding the DCEU. They have added 2 dates for films in the year 2020. Those dates are February 14th and June 5th. When I heard about this, the first 2 films that came to mind are The Batman and Wonder Woman 2, and this is exactly what I see a lot of people speculating that these dates are for. Conventional wisdom, and not to sound sexist or anything, conventional wisdom would suspect that Wonder Woman would be the February 14th date. A lot of men and women or couples are going out on that day. They might be going to the films, the movies, and this is a film, Wonder Woman, that did very well, that tracked very well with women of all ages. So this is a prime opportunity to get to match it up with a date where you can I don't want to say exploit it, but yeah, you can exploit that and you can have a good launch. Now, again, I'm not trying to come off as sexist or anything like that. I just think that that's a good date for that. And then the June 5th date would be The Batman. If it is, I'm happy they're taking their time. I'm really very happy they're taking the time. They're starting over from scratch, as I said last week, I think it was. So take your time, don't rush this. All right, guys, so let's just jump into the trailer segment this week. There are a total of, I think, 9 or 10 trailers that I saw that just caught my attention. First off, for DirecTV fans, you guys are having another film in the franchise of the Texas Chainsaw. It is called Leatherface. The trailer on this one, it is very gory. It looks like they're going for the torture porn angle. And I don't know whether or not I like it or not. I think it looks interesting, but at the same time, I couldn't take anything from the trailer and say, oh, I get what's going on at all. Because some of the people that were in the trailer looked like they were killing people, but then they looked like they were good guys, like being the ones that were being chased. It was really weird. It looked like, at least that for sure, they're going for the torture porn angle, the blood, guts, and gore of the film. And so if you're into that in your horror, then there you go. The movie will be released on DirecTV on September 21st for on demand and in theaters for a limited time only on October 20th. Okay, the next trailer that caught my attention to follow that one up with another torture porn film is Jigsaw. The trailer came out this week and it's the next installment in this franchise. This one seems like it is following up all the previous Jigsaw films, all the previous Saw films, and it's moving a bit in the future as time's passed. And there is a copycat of some sort, or maybe is it the real Jigsaw? I don't know. Again, this is another torture porn film. After the first one, maybe even the second one, I really got tired of these films and I was like, I checked out. I don't know what's happening anymore. I think they have major issues with their timeline. And yeah, if you like torture porn, these 2 films are for you. I do not plan on seeing Jigsaw unless someone forces me to watch it for some reason or another. It does not, I mean, it catches my attention because of what it is, but it does not interest me in that way. Next up, this trailer was released at D23 is Wrinkle in Time. This one's starring a host of people: Oprah Winfrey, Reese Witherspoon, the list goes on and on. It's a great cast. This one looks so interesting to me. I love what they're doing here with Chris Pine's character. He's found a way to travel 91 million light years, he says, away in a blink of an eye, snap of a finger. But there's more to it, and I can't tell if this is based off of any storybook type of IP from Disney or if it's a whole new original idea IP. I'm very interested in this one. I want to find out more about what it's based off of because it interests me a whole lot. The acting looks good. It looks weird. The colors, the settings, the costumes, it looks interesting. So it's got my attention. The next trailer is Professor Marston and the Wonder Women. This one, I told Lynn about this one. We both, I haven't had a chance to tell Brandon about it. We all watched Wonder Woman. This one is about the writer, and it's supposed to be based on a true story. It's about the writer of Wonder Woman who wrote the Wonder Woman comics under a pseudonym, a different name. And he also had other fancies in life, I'll say. If you watch the trailer, you'll find out what those were. And it's very, very interesting. And it brings all these other things to mind, and then you're like, you start connecting the dots, and if this is true, wow, I never thought of this before. It is starring Luke Evans, and I think in the trailer he does a great job. I like him as an actor, and I want to see more about this film. I'm really, really interested in this film, this dirty film. Next up is the trailer for the movie The Disaster Artist. This one is starring Seth Rogen, James Franco, Dave Franco, and another host of a lot of other comedic actors. This is a film about the making of the movie The Room, one of the most notoriously bad films ever. I have not seen the film The Room because I can't find it anywhere. I'm gonna have to order that off of eBay or something just to see how bad it is. But in this trailer, it really, I'm ready for this film. I'm ready. I like a lot of what Seth Rogen does. If he wrote this one, I gotta look into this. If he wrote this with his writing partner Evan Goldberg, I am definitely in. Next up is Kingsman The Golden Circle. This is a new trailer, the second trailer for the film, and I think I actually like this one a little bit better than the first one. It gives you a little hint of what's actually going on with the story, and they give you, they kind of spoil, I think, in some way, how much Colin Firth is going to be in the film. In the first trailer, they don't give us much of a clue of how much he's in the film, what he's doing in the film. They don't tell us. But in this one, they show him shooting his umbrella gun. They show him fighting alongside of Eggy, and then they also show him walking around doing things. So it kind of tells me that he's going to be in more of the movie than I thought based on the first trailer. So I'm a little disappointed that they didn't hold on to that, but they did show us some good stuff, some dialogue between the Statesman and the Kingsman, so I like it. I'm interested in this film. I'm very excited for it. The next trailer is for a Netflix original film called Bright. We got a teaser at the beginning of the year. It was a whole year, 11 and a half months ahead of when it's supposed to release. The movie's supposed to release on December 22nd. This was starring Will Smith, Joel Edgerton, both great actors. Joel Edgerton's an awesome actor. Will Smith, when he dives into something, he can be amazing as well. I'm really looking forward to this one. It's directed by David Ayers. He did End of Watch, and this one totally has an End of Watch feel, combined with some orcs and fairies and just fantasy. And so this one, it really has my attention because it's interesting. It's a different type of movie that we haven't seen before. We probably have seen stuff like this in comics, but nothing in movies. So I'm really interested in this one. When it comes out December 22nd, mark my words, we're going to be doing this film for Movie of the Week that week. Next up is a teaser for Pacific Rim Uprising. This one's a teaser for the film, and they make it look like it's an ad for the Jaeger uprising inside the film. So it's like, I guess, the Jaeger military for the world after the first Pacific Rim film. It's interesting, they have some new Jaegers in there. There's 7 of them that they show. I wonder how many more there are because they talk about it as if there are a ton of Jaegers. They don't talk about it as if it's a minimalistic type of thing because 7, that's not a lot. So I'm I've been interested in this one since the first film. I loved the first film. To me, the first film hit everything I wanted it to hit, and I just want to see more. So this one definitely has me ready for it. You got John Boyega in there, and he's a good actor. I want to see what he does with this film. And last but not least, we have a trailer that I saw today. It's called Only the Brave. This one is based on a true story regarding the Granite Mountain hotshot firefighters. This one, I have friends that are firefighters. At one point, I thought I wanted to be a firefighter. This stuff, when I see movies, TV shows, one of my favorite shows, Rescue Me. When I see this stuff, I love seeing it, and I definitely want to talk to some of my firefighter friends, see how real and realistic it looks when they are doing this stuff out there, stopping fires, saving lives, and trying to help communities. It gets you on the edge of your seat, and it's just a trailer. The cast is an amazing cast. You have Josh Brolin, Jeff Bridges, Miles Teller. You're going to see people in the trailer that you're going to recognize. I am very much looking forward to this one. I want to see and talk to my friends that are firefighters, find out how real and how good this looks based on their experiences. So I'm very much interested in this film. Alright guys, now on to the In Theaters segment. This week in theaters, there are 4 movies that caught my attention. First up is the movie Girls Trip. This is an R-rated comedy starring Jada Pinkett Smith, Queen Latifah, Tiffany Haddish, and shoot, I can't remember. But this one looks interesting, like a hangover for women, and it's R-rated. It's not something I want to see exactly in theaters right now at this moment, so I probably will wait till it comes out on Netflix or Redbox. Next up is the film First Kill. This one's starring Bruce Willis and Hayden Christensen. When I talked about the trailer on this one a few months back, I actually was very interested in it. I wanted to find out more. I thought this was a good role for Hayden Christensen to come back to the screen, and hopefully I can find out more about this one, but it does catch my attention. I want to hopefully it does well enough that it stays in theaters a little longer so I can have a chance to go check this one out. Next up is Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets. This one's starring Cara Delevingne and Dane DeHaan. It's directed by Luc Besson. He is a film genius, imaginary, visionary. Like, he does stuff on screen that's just awesome. A couple of his most notable films, at least to me, are Lucy, The Family. I love The Family, and The Fifth Element. Great movie. So he's a very, very accomplished director. This one, it's very colorful. It looks like there's a lot of imagination in there, and it's very interesting. I still don't know what to make of this one. Is this film going to be Jupiter Ascending, or is it going to be Fifth Element? I don't know. I do want to give it a chance, though. I cross my fingers and hope that it is a good film. And last up is the Christopher Nolan film Dunkirk. This one is based off a true story, and this one looks amazing. I bought into this film when I saw the first real trailer. I'm very interested in this one. I want to see what happens. Christopher Nolan's a great director, very accomplished director. He has done some amazing stuff, and it's almost like when you put him on a film, you can kind of count on it that it's going to be a good thing. So I'm really looking forward to this one. This is the one that I want to see this weekend. Alright guys, so that's it for Real News. Remember to click the like, share, subscribe buttons down below. Leave your comments, questions, suggestions in the comment section. Let's have a great conversation about all the topics I covered today, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
aka Geeks.